Caillou has messed his crap up. Now he's crying like a little idiot. I honestly don't blame you if you don't believe in what I saw. I myself was in denial of this episode to begin with. Not only did it manage to fuck with me, but it is fucked with my daughter's head. If you can't already tell, I'm a proud father too. I have a wonderful daughter, Sarah, and a beautiful son, Tyler. The time we obtained the DVD is before my son was born. My daughter was only 2 years old. I wanted to do something special for Sarah for her first birthday. My son was born when Sarah was 4, for anyone who's curious. I know this is ridiculous, but I bought a pirated Caillou episode collection. If you thought I was a sucker for that, I don't blame you. But I never thought the circumstances would be that or that severe. We got the DVD in a package that we bought from the pirating website. All that was written on the disc was, "Thank you." It was written very poorly, though. When we got inside, my daughter put the disc in the living room Xbox and watched it. My daughter was giggling happily and dancing around as Caillou was playing with his toys. It made me so relieved that my daughter was satisfied with her birthday present. I was in the kitchen cooking breakfast when I noticed something was off. After 20 minutes, my daughter stopped laughing. I didn't even hear her speak. After I got to hear her breakfast, I really started to notice. The DVD wasn't even making any sound. It was dead silent. I went back to the living room to find my daughter on the ground crying, and I knew they put something messed up in there and stuff on there. I turned off the TV and comforted her as best as I could. The reason I didn't host birthday parties is because my daughter was sick with the flu. So eventually it was time for Sarah to go to bed, and I'm guessing you know exactly what I was planning. As soon as she fell asleep, I pulled up my laptop and began to watch the disc. The menu opened up normally like it did when my daughter saw it, although there was only one episode, and it was called The Reason. I already knew they put some effed up crap in there, but I wasn't expecting to see this. The episode starts off with Caillou running around with his toys, laughing and giggling. Caillou then tripped and fell. He began to fall down a flight of stairs. When Caillou was at the bottom, he looked like he was broken his leg and fractured his arm. Caillou begins to scream and cry. Oddly, no one says a word. Rosie comes down the stairs and sees Caillou crying and shouts, "Mommy, Caillou hurt, help!" Doris came to Caillou's aid, but Boris just looked at Caillou with a look of disappointment before looking away. Eventually, the ambulance came and got Caillou. Strangely, the narrator wasn't narrating like it did when my daughter watched it. When Caillou finally got to the hospital with a sling for his arm and a cast for his leg, Caillou asked nervously his parents were coming to see him. The doctors slowly nodded with a hint of sadness and complete sympathy for the poor kid. I mean, Caillou broke 2 limbs. How could you not feel sympathetic for him? Caillou's parents showed up at Caillou's hospital bed with no hint of sorrow, not even cringe with their 2 sons' injuries. His parents literally had that face of look of what their biggest mistake did. Wow. Caillou says in a weak voice, "Mommy? Daddy?" Caillou got no response whatsoever, not even a single glance from his parents. Eventually, they finally broke his silence, but not in a pleasant way. Boris started talking. "Caillou, we were not sympathetic for you, because you truly were the worst mistake of our lives." Boris began. "We were happy until you came along. Ever since we had to go for constant hell of you. We always had to take care of you, or else we would have lost all our respect from family members," Boris finally said before leaving. "We never cared about you. All the things we said were lies. We never loved you in any way, shape, or form. You were a sick joke and never should have existed." Eventually, Doris and Boris left without looking back. Caillou eventually goes into a coma for what seemed like weeks. And then eventually, as you probably expected, Caillou eventually passed away. After that, the episode ended. I then took the disc and put it back in the case, back into its sealing envelope, and shipped it back. Quick update: my kids are teens now. My son is 16, my daughter is 18. They just finished her senior year. I'm so proud of her. She's doing fine, surprisingly hasn't suffered any trauma of any sort. Well, that's it.